So I started playing War Thunder originally back on my PlayStation, and I wasn't super impressed with it. I didn't like how the airplanes flew, and then I ended up downloading it again a few years later when I finally purchased my first gaming laptop. Bought this computer because I travel for work a lot, and it's great having a gaming PC when I'm away from home and just chilling in a hotel with nothing else to do. So War Thunder is free. Like other free games, there are things you can pay money with, but you don't need to spend money. You'd probably have to spend about 10 or 20 bucks a year, just for little, to clear up little annoyances with the mechanics of some of the way things work. Um, I played World of Tanks for years before War Thunder. It works very similarly in that you have a tree, a tech tree, a research tree, and you start at the older vehicles and then you work your way up in tier. A lot of people call it the grind, if you will. But anyways, you can pay money ahead to get ahead on the tree itself, but you don't have to spend money, of course. Also, like War Thunder, you can pay for not War Thunder like World of Tanks. You can pay for a premium membership, and that will help speed things along a little bit. When I first started playing, I played the U.S. mainly because they're all vehicles I'm familiar with from World of Tanks. I used to play the M18 Hellcat on World of Tanks almost exclusively, and not a lot of people played that tank on World of Tanks. I think they didn't like how lightly armored it was. It's the exact opposite here. In War Thunder, the M18 is one of the most popular vehicles at its BR level. Um, but I really wanted, I wasn't doing really good with it, and to this day I don't do really good with it. So I wanted to try the French tech tree because I really always loved the ELC BIS. It's this tiny little tank with a 9mm gun with heat shells, and in World of Tanks I loved it. So I started grinding the French tech tree in War Thunder here to get this tank, and it's really not that great. It can penetrate everything at its BR level at 6.0, but it usually takes two shots. It's got no stabilizer. There's a running joke in War Thunder that Gage and the developers hate France, and French vehicles usually aren't given a lot at all. Um, so anyways, at 6.0, I started playing the EBR a lot. I liked it because it was fast and I could capture the capture points with it, which is one of the ways you allow your team to bleed tickets from the other team and win. They're the objectives. So I would capture the objectives with this. Never really liked it, but always kind of did good with it. Even though I didn't really like it. I loved that it's fast and nimble, but it took me forever to use the gun. And I'm only good with the gun now because I know where to shoot other tanks with it. Just got better with experience as you do. Experience and how good you are at the game, you are going to do considerably better with this game. You're going to have more fun the better at it you get, and there is a steep learning curve. But I have found that games that have steep learning curves, to me, are also the most rewarding. A good example of that would be EVE Online. It took me years to learn how to play EVE Online and to do the things I wanted to do. There's a point where I would watch more YouTube videos, spend more time watching videos than actually playing EVE Online. And I followed a similar course with this game. So yeah, there is a learning curve, but I think some of the most rewarding games out there are the ones that have that are a little bit challenging to get good at, and then once you are good at them, you reap the rewards. Yeah, I think that's about it for how I got into War Thunder. if you don't like steep learning curves, maybe it's not for you. But I find the realism and the physics and everything to be really rewarding. But I think what keeps me here, and what I meant to say earlier, was that you can bring airplanes into matches after getting some points early in the game, and you can fly close air support. There hasn't been a game since Halo 2 and 3 where I was able to shoot things on the ground with an airplane from above. And that's one of my favorite things to do in any video game. So really, the close air support, or the CAS, is why I'm here, and it's what's kept me here. And my favorite airplane to do this is the AD4. A lot of the French airplanes are just American airplanes, but that's okay with me because I like American airplanes. All right, so that's just my pitch for the game. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. If you do try to play it, just give it some time. It's going to be painful at first, but as you move up in the battle ratings and you get better, the gameplay gets better. All of that just improves when you put a little bit of time into the game. So hope you give it a try. Thanks so much. We'll see ya.